Stadium in Palo Alto. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. Stanford about to tee it up to get this one going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. The Yellow Jackets offense will get first crack at it here. And onto the field comes Malachi Hosley. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times. On the move, it's Hosley. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, got a little grass. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. And the Yellow Jackets, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Single back formation, and they give it to it. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Hauls it in. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice job by the quarterback, pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air, it's Mendoza. The quick out. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Yellow Jackets, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Georgia Tech.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Stanford Cardinal offense comes out, and they'll have it for the first time today. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely have to be physical at the line of scrimmage.
Makes the grab in their space. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen. That last completion left him with 2nd and 3. Let's see how aggressive they are. They'll move the wide receiver. The quarterback will keep it. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Hitting just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Warren. It's on target and complete. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Working that wide receiver screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Throws to the wideout. The short hands, it's Brown. Tackled there by the defense. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Wide receiver comes in motion. Using his feet. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford. There's a crease. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Stanford wants to push the pace.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Stanford! Middle of the end zone, he's got it! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
That's the way you start a game, man. How about this QB? 5 for 5. That touchdown right there was his 5th attempt, his 5th completion, in complete command, understanding what the defense is trying to do and executing it flawlessly.
Was the defense even on the field for that drive? I mean, it looked like routes against air. I mean, they were up and down the field. Receivers, tight ends, running backs, quarterback, all in sync with each other. That was about as good as a passing game can look, and you're certainly hoping that keeps up for the rest of the game.
They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Hosley. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. That's caught. It's Harris. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And the pass interference penalty is costly, wiping out the turnover. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's made. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. The Yellow Jackets right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Catch in the middle, it's Hosley. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark. A 49-yard try from the left. Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After 1 quarter of play, let's take a look and see how these running backs are doing. And he'll bring it back. And the returner will be brought down. Cardinal offense takes the field, ready to attack. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Running inside. It's Ford. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Stanford quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lane, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to them, they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense.
And down he goes. He had a lot of time to do something and ends up taking the sack. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Now the play fake. The sure hands, it's 4. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Warren. Bringing the heat. Punts it out of the air. Ripping through the defense. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Hall. Might have a chance. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. Stanford comes up with a 1st and goal. Run in the red zone, it's Irvin. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Goes straight ahead. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Cardinal! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Rushes on him. Finds a man in the middle. At the 45 on his way. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off with?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes the grab on the left. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the
strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Complete. Inside the 35. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. It's now a one-point game, 14-13.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. Grabbed over the middle. It's Blackburn. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Stanford wants to push the pace.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. Still running at the 35. He's loose on the right. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the court.
Touchdown, Stanford! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he tacks on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Moving out to the right. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he will wisely scamper out of bounds. No need to take unnecessary hits. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking downfield very late in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Got his man on the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snagged in the middle. It's Blackburn. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3 ball here before the break. somebody better check that dude's foot and see if it's juiced. Man, oh man, from outside 60, he sails it through. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Yellow Jackets will kick it off to start the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game. Takes a grab and room to run. Stanford with a lot of options here on second and short. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. So now it's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Warren. They get to him as he throws. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. On target to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Ford.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the move, he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Down here on the Yellow Jackets sideline, I can see the coaches imploring their team right now. This has to be a turning point. Turning it over on that last drive, it could get out of...
He's going for it all. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Shaw. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Warren. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. Looking to throw on first down. Rifles it down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
And that's not the worst place in the world to miss. Coaches will tell you, man, when you're going to take those deep shots and those fly routes down the field, if you're going to miss as a quarterback, you don't miss inside. And he misses outside a little bit. Like to give your receiver a better chance, but it's a good job missing outside.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Harris. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Yellow Jackets will punt it away on fourth down. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his
Maybe some room here. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass. It's Warren. Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Keeps it on the draw. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Stanford comes to the line, and that first down marker is a long way away. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To the air on first down. Gets rid of it. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Allen. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. Oh, he wants it all. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And down he goes. Each play has a life and history of its own. And you want to talk about 2 opposite plays. Offense grabs momentum, defense takes it back.
And the game's always like that, isn't it? It's back and forth. Sometimes they get you, sometimes you get them. Nice job by the defense being ready for the next play. Don't worry about the play before where you gave up some.
Going for it all. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
We're talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight. They thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
He'll take a shot. Grabs it. And he will score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
I love this tight end because, man, he's a weapon in the passing game. Big guy, big target, and he has a lot of ability after the catch. You saw it on that touchdown.
He wants to throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads quickly. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The kick is on its way. Hauls it in at the 25. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Looking to pass, it's Mendoza. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll try to do it himself. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
This guy is doing work on the outside and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control, and you could tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass on second down. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
To throw, it's Mendoza. Flushed out of the pocket. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. The Cardinal offense takes the field. They've got a first down here. Want to start his bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Running inside. It's Ford. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
And ball security at this point is at a premium for this offense. You're backed up in your own end. You've got the lead, so you want to be able to run the football and stay on the field, bleed the clock. But you know the defense is going to be ripping away at it, right? They're going to be trying to get Hats to the football and forcing a fumble. So whoever's got the ball has got to have 2 hands on it this drive.
The Cardinal will have to boot it away. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Right back to the well. There's some room. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
First down for the offense.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking for room. It's Hosman. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Halfway there on first down. It's 2nd and 5. The give to the lone running back. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Leaves it with the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Power football with the run. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Before this third down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. To the air, it's Mendoza. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Be interesting to see what the defense is going to do here now, guys. They've got the lead. It's a 2-minute situation. Fourth down. What's your personnel grouping going to be, and what do you want to do? Play man, play zone, or are you just going to sit back and play preview?
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Just over a minute to play, guys. Still enough time for a finish here. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do. So tempo is going to be important. You got to go fast. You just got to make good decisions at the quarterback position.
And those good decisions are throwing the ball beyond the sticks, using the sidelines to get out of bounds, try to maximize this time, and get in a position to win.
Before they snap the ball on second down, timeout is called. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the first down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50 and get in scoring position.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Great job of timing the blitz and calling it at a perfect moment when the offense was going to drop back and throw. They're able to get to him, hit him. They don't get the sack, but they do affect his accuracy and it falls incomplete.
To the air on second down. Pressure coming. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. Makes the catch and he's free. Touchdown, Cardinal. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
And just what the doctor ordered. You needed a big play to go out there and try to take the lead, and you find your receiver out wide. He runs by the DB. Nice throw, nice catch. You got the lead.
And he puts through the extra point. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He's got great speed. Run out of bounds at the 45, and a terrific return there. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some...
Trying to get behind the defense. They went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Mendoza. He's taking a deep shot. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these 2-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
So here they come. One last chance, and they've got to have a touchdown. Looking downfield on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. The points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is